Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, August 13th, 2021. Looking at the fire potential impacts over the next few days, we are looking at showers and thunderstorms continuing into the weekend. Those will be the most widespread today. Storms will be a mix of wet and dry across the central part of the Great Basin and will trend wetter further south. That continues into Saturday and Sunday. Those storms generally become less widespread going into the weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like we will have smoke impacts returning to the Great Basin, covering much of the northern part of the area by Sunday. Taking a look at the afternoon surface smoke forecast, you can see that from Friday to Saturday there is quite a bit of increase in smoke. That's just with the change in the upper level winds bringing that smoke back into the Great Basin. And then looking at the upper level smoke as well, you can see a pretty big increase from Friday into Saturday. So unfortunately, those areas of the northern part of the Great Basin that had seen a break for a few days will see that smoke increase again into this weekend. Over the past 24 hours, we had some isolated lightning across northern and central Nevada. Further south across the Great Basin, quite a bit of lightning, and many of those storms were accompanied by some heavy rain. As far as fire activity, we have picked up a handful of new starts across the Great Basin. This is looking at a short-term drought index. It's the EDI, as we call it, and it's a great way to see how recent precipitation has contributed to drought across the area. And not too surprising that across the southern part of the Great Basin, we are in there on the wetter side, some of those areas in the highest wetness category. However, it is notable that portions of the central Idaho mountains are still quite dry. They've been quite dry over the past 3 weeks. The ERCs reflect that precipitation trend as well. You can see our ERCs are generally below the 50th percentile across the southern part of the Great Basin and are trending upwards further north. Taking a look at the ERC charts, GB1, which is in the central Idaho mountains, is trending upwards right about normal level for the time of the year. And GB12, which is in western Nevada, is above normal and near record values. The satellite this morning shows some areas of clouds across the southern part of the Great Basin and western Nevada, and those are the areas where we are expecting to see showers and thunderstorms develop this afternoon, as that is where we have the greatest moisture. So looking at the general weather pattern for today, again with that moisture in place across the Great Basin, we have a high risk out for lightning for portions of Nevada. Those are areas where the storms are expected to be a mix of wet and dry, and where our fuels are the driest. Taking a look at the surface forecast for today, you can see relative humidities will remain quite high across the Arizona Strip and southern Utah. Elsewhere, we are looking at relative humidities in that 10 to 15% range across the area. As far as storm activity for this afternoon, you can see from the image on the right where those storms are expected to develop today. Then moving into Saturday, still keeping that moisture in place across the southern part of the area, although further north we do see a bit of drying, so no high risk issued for any portions of the Great Basin tomorrow. On Saturday, again, pretty similar picture, looking at higher relative humidities across the southern and southeastern part of the Great Basin. Lightning is not expected to be as widespread on Saturday and will generally be in the areas that are a little wetter. Moving into Sunday, again, I'm still underneath that high pressure, starting to see the pattern change a little bit as that high pressure shifts to the west, and there's an upper level low pressure system that begins to move across the farther northern part of the country. Now you can see no high risks issued for Sunday. Looking at that surface forecast, again, pretty similar relative humidities, maybe trending down a little bit across the south, and lightning looking to decrease moving into Sunday. Over the next 3 days, nothing too significant as far as precipitation, as has been the case for much of the summer. The greatest accumulation that we will see will be across the far southern part of the Great Basin. As we move into Monday, we start to see that upper level low really move into the Great Basin. As that system moves in, we're expecting winds to pick up. There is a high risk for far western Nevada as winds increase ahead of that upper level low. Then as we move into Tuesday, the wind threat shifts a little to the north and east with that high risk out for northern Nevada and southwestern Idaho. We are expecting showers and thunderstorms again into Tuesday as that system moves in, but they will be mostly wet. And then on Wednesday, again, as that system moves through, no high risk out for wind. We will see cooler temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday as that cold front moves through the northern part of the area. Right now, it's looking like across our portion of Idaho, where the temperatures will be coolest, daytime highs will be in the 70 to 80 degree range, but that's still far enough away that we'll wait and see how that evolves. And then finally, moving into Thursday, looking at high pressure beginning to build back into the Great Basin. You can see those PSAs across the north that went into yellow as that low pressure system brought some higher humidities. Those go back into the brown category with the drying and warming trend expected going into next weekend. Over the next 7 days, we are expecting to see precipitation across much of Nevada and Utah. The areas that will see the most precipitation will be the higher terrain of central and southern Utah. And finally, the 8 to 14 day outlook, the Climate Prediction Center is still continuing to call for below normal precipitation across the entire Great Basin. Kind of a mixed bag when it comes to temperature, with the southern part of the area looking at warmer than normal temperatures, and that's going through the end of August. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.